glad to have an opportunity to be back with you to share a video with you again. And for a little while on this video, I want to talk about prepping in general, about our attitude, about our mindset. From my own experience, my own observation, I've had an opportunity to watch a lot of videos, and a lot of really good videos, stuff that's well put together, and some things that I've noticed and experiences I've had in my own prepping I wanted to pass along. Maybe it can help someone, maybe it can give a little bit of encouragement. One thing that it's really came to mind and really stands out that's important for me and in my prepping is as a leader in my home, in my personal group, or my own group, little group here for prepping. When I'm putting things together, I came to realize that I was building them around my mindset and my skill set. And while that works really well, as long as I'm here, I got to thinking, you know, if something would happen to me, how well could my family carry on? How well could my wife carry on with the prepping and the situations, circumstances, everything that I've put together here on our little homestead? How well could she manage and carry on with it? How well could she do the garden? How well could she handle doing other things around the house that was primarily set up for me and around my skill sets, around my strengths? So I got to backing up and reconsidering the way I do some things. And one of the things I redone was the way I handled gardening. I have a small tractor, turning plow, disc set, tillers, all that stuff. And I had always done gardening the traditional way. Well, this coming winter, we're moving and transitioning into raised bed gardens. Primarily because they're much easier. They can be done without equipment. They will work really well for our situation, and if something happened to me, she would be able to carry on with it. When we put chickens on the homestead, I could have built an elaborate chicken coop. I could have really put some other things in place, things that I would have been comfortable with and could have handled very well, but if something happened to me, she couldn't. So I built it around the mindset, what would she do? How could she handle it? And if not her, our children. We have 3 daughters, and they're grown. They have families of their own. So what would happen if they needed to step up? If the son-in-laws needed to step up? Would it work with their skill set, with their mindset? Would they be able to pick up what I'd put in place? And it's something to think about. Keep it simple. The KISS method. That's what I want to encourage. I want to encourage each of you to keep it simple as you're putting your preps together, whatever it may be, whether it is gardening, whether it is livestock around the homestead, whether it's your defenses, whatever it may be. Keep it simple. Look at the group in general and think about the weakest link. Think about those that may not have the skill sets that you have, those that may not have the physical strength that you have, those that may not have the knowledge that you have. Training, equipping, preparing, all of that is great. All of the training that you can give, all the teaching, all of it is great. But what would happen if you got sick? What would happen if there was an accident? Worst of all, what would happen if we found ourselves in a bad situation, a WROL situation, or a looting or rioting situation? There were gunshots, and as unfortunate as it would seem, what would happen if you come out on the wrong end of that? What would happen if you were targeted because the gangs and the other people out there that are trying to take over and trying to loot and steal, they're not stupid. They're going to know who the leader is, and they're going to know that if they can take the leader out, they can cause a lot of disruption. And unless someone is capable of really stepping up and carrying on a plan, it's going to be difficult for the group to stay together. So the simpler we can keep things when we're putting our plans together, when we're putting our resources together, when we're putting our groups together, the better off we're going to be. I know just about everyone has heard of the KISS method, keep it simple, and I for one apply that in most everything I do, and I encourage preppers to apply that as well. Doesn't mean I don't think we should be training or shouldn't be teaching. By all means, train, teach, work together, share, do everything that we've been doing, but keep it on a simple enough level so that anybody can step up and do it if the need is there. I realize I may be preaching to the choir in a lot of situations, but those of you that are new to prepping, or those that are not quite as experienced as some of the rest of us, as you start going along with this, don't let it get so large that it's something that you can't handle or something that those in your group or your families can't handle. Keep it simple enough so that everyone can step up, and anyone in the group can step up if the need arises, and they can carry on, they can lead, they can take the rest of the group and move forward with it. So just in closing thoughts and closing words, keep it simple. It will be safe that way. It will be something that everyone can be sure about, and it'll be something everyone can have confidence in as they move forward. So until next time, God bless.